You knew something was wrong. You felt it in your chest. You saw the signs. People around you saw it too. Maybe they even said something. And still, you stayed, or you left and came back, or you're thinking about that person right now, even though part of you knows you shouldn't be. This is not weakness. This is not stupidity. There is a precise psychological reason your mind holds on, and once you understand it, something is going to shift for you today. Imagine this. Someone in your life makes you feel small. Maybe it's subtle, a comment here, a cold silence there. Maybe it's more obvious. But between the painful moments, there are good ones, warm ones, moments where you feel seen, wanted, close. And so you stay in that cycle. Pain, relief, pain, relief. You start to believe the good moments are the real them, that the bad moments are just exceptions, that if you love them better, try harder, say the right thing, the good version will stay. You are not imagining the good, but you are also not imagining the pain. Here is what's actually happening inside your brain. When a relationship is unpredictable, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, your brain doesn't detach. It becomes more hooked. This is called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same psychological mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You don't get the reward every time. You get it sometimes, randomly. And that randomness makes your brain work harder, crave more, hold on tighter. The relief you feel after tension, that small moment of warmth, hits your brain like a drug. Dopamine floods in. Not because the relationship is good, but because the uncertainty finally paused. Your brain learned to call that feeling love, but it goes even deeper than chemistry. For many people, this pattern didn't start with this person. It started much earlier. If you grew up in an environment where love felt inconsistent, where affection had to be earned, where a parent was sometimes warm and sometimes distant or frightening, your nervous system learned something dangerous. It learned that love feels like this, uncertain, tense, something you have to fight for. So when you meet someone who recreates that same emotional landscape, something in you doesn't run. Something in you feels strangely at home. Psychologists call this a trauma bond. It is not a character flaw. It is your nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do. Seek the familiar, even when the familiar hurts. Think about someone who keeps returning to a partner who belittles them. From the outside, it looks like a choice. From the inside, it feels like survival. Like leaving would mean losing the only source of warmth they know, even if that warmth is mixed with pain. Or think about someone who can't stop checking the messages of a person who clearly doesn't prioritize them. Not because they enjoy the anxiety, but because their brain is stuck in a loop, waiting for the next hit of validation, hoping this time will be different. These are not weak people. These are people whose attachment systems were shaped by experiences they never chose. Here is the thing nobody tells you. Healing doesn't start with leaving. It starts with understanding why staying felt necessary. When you stop judging yourself for holding on, and start getting curious about what that attachment was trying to protect, something changes. The grip loosens, not because you forced it, but because you finally understood it. You cannot think your way out of a trauma bond, but you can begin to feel your way through it. Your patterns are not a life sentence. They are a map of where you've been. And once you can read that map, you can choose a different direction. If something in this video felt familiar, sit with that, not with shame, with curiosity. Because the fact that you're here, trying to understand yourself, that already means something is changing.